When it comes to fly fishing, Cory Scott is in a league of his own. The professional fly fishing guide has won the New Zealand Championship 12 times and is heading off to his 6th World Fly Fishing Champs next month. It is a passion which started from an early age.
I've always been really involved in the outdoors ever since I was a young kid. And there was hunting since I was 2 to 3 years old, duck shooting, pig hunting, deer stalking with my father. Fly fishing came about through my connection with my grandfather. He was a really dedicated fly fisherman and salmon fisherman from Southland. I always was intrigued at the mystique of fly fishing. It was seen as the sport of kings at one stage in life, and I always wanted to give it a go.
Cory's competitive nature wasn't always directed towards fishing. As a teenager, he won 2 national gymnastics titles and then turned to surfing after getting injured.
I was the editor of New Zealand Surfing magazine for 20 odd years, and I'd travel a lot. And during that time I got to be immersed in the wilderness of New Zealand, and that's when I really started to pick up the fly fishing again.
Fishing turned into much more than just a hobby for Cory.
How do I mix up my personal fishing experiences with my working fishing experiences? That's a delicate balance. I've found myself very lucky that I can call my job my passion. Throughout the season I am guiding day in, day out. Yes, I get the odd day off here and there. Usually I'm recuperating and preparing, but if I've got any spare time, a couple of days slotted in between jobs, then I'm out there myself, and nothing lights my fire more than a journey into the backcountry, into the hills.
As well as working as a guide, Cory soon established himself as one of the best fly fishermen in the world.
I competed full on for 12 years, and in that time I won 11 national titles and went to 5 world championships. In 2019 I hung up my rod, so to speak, and I finished at the World Fly Fishing Champs in Tasmania. And in the very last session of that World Championships I walked out the winner of that session, so that was good to just go out on top, and I went out on my own terms. But over the last few years since then, the world's changed. We've had COVID. Everybody throughout the world has realigned their life, what's more important to them. And we're seeing an uplift in recreational activities across all sports. And for me, that was no different during that period where we were all questioning what's more important in life. I felt I needed to go back to competition. I did so in 2021 and won the national title again. And now I'm stepping back into the international arena and about to head off to the World Fly Fishing Champs.
Now living in Gisborne, Cory says it's a surprisingly good base for both his work and his sport.
I call Gisborne home because, to me, it ticks all the boxes. Yes, Gisborne isn't world famous for fly fishing, but that's a little bit of an underground secret. Right here on the doorstep, within 20 minutes to an hour's drive, we can be in some of the best rivers in the world. We've got lakes nearby. We've got the best surf in the country, and that's the reason why I chose Gisborne as a home.
Next month, he will make the long trek to Slovakia for the World Champs.
So there's not a lot of people out there that really understand competition fly fishing and competitive fishing at all, for that matter. Here in New Zealand, you've obviously got your typical fishing experience, and for us trout fishermen, that's generally the backcountry or the beautiful scenic rivers of New Zealand. Then we have the competition factor, and that's just another world altogether. That's just so full on that some people don't enjoy it. It either ticks the box for you and lights your fire, or it doesn't, and for me it does.
One of Cory's main goals now is to help mentor and develop the careers of the next generation of fly fishermen.
When I started out, nobody was passing on information, especially to a newbie or somebody that would be competing against them. A lot of the older guys walked away from the sport with information that could really be useful for our future teams. So I've decided that's not my journey, and through the couple of younger guys, through the youth, we've got Hugo Pearce and Ollie Bassett, and I helped them prepare for the World Youth Championships years ago. And this now is a stepping stone, so now they're going to the Senior World Championships, so that's really good to see.
Cory has fished rivers all over the world, but the waterways in New Zealand still hold a special place in his heart.
My most favourite place to head off and fish is a local river known as the Ruakaturi in the Te Aroha. And that there is very special to me. There's just something about heading up there, being in that forest, being in that environment. Every care in the world just floats away.
Mead Norton, Local Focus.